Welcome back to the Daily Taoist with Will S. We are talking about the Tao Te Ching and how to get back into spirit and alignment with the way. Today I will be talking about verse 50. The Tao Te Ching was written 2,500 years ago by a man named Lao-Tzu. It is one of the oldest texts in existence and is certainly one of the wisest. Its wisdom is timeless, and its message is as relevant and important now as it was back then, if not more so. It is vital that we learn to come back into balance with the natural world, to live in a more harmonious and selfless way, and the Tao Te Ching beautifully instructs us in bringing ourselves and our lives into alignment with the Tao. Verse 50. Between birth and death, 3 in 10 are followers of life. 3 in 10 are followers of death. And men passing from birth to death also number 3 in 10. What is the reason for this? Because they fear death and cling to this passing world. But there is 1 out of 10, they say, so sure of life that they walk safely among wild animals. When in dangerous situations, they remain unharmed. The animals find no place to attack them, and weapons are unable to harm them. Why is this? Because they dwell in that place where death cannot enter. Realize your essence, and you will witness the end without ending. Lao-Tzu speaks of 4 ways that people tend to approach life. The first 2 are by attachment and clinging to life, or by aversion and fear of death, which are, of course, but 2 sides of the same coin. The cycle of attachment and aversion is what motivates and unconsciously governs the majority of people. The third way is simply passing through life like a leaf in the wind, helplessly buffeted about, vainly hoping things will get better while they're fearing they will get worse. At the root of all this is a desperate clinging to life, brought on by a fear of death, which is caused simply by our deep ignorance in what we truly are. The master, the rarest of all people, has a different approach to life because he has surrendered to life. He has no fear of death and equally no fear of life. There is nothing he holds on to, nothing he resists. He is one with life. It is suggested that the master, realizing his true essence and being rooted in that, is impervious to peril and danger. Whether this is meant to be taken literally or not is a matter of debate. What perhaps means that his lack of resistance to life and death allows for a kinder, gentler passage through life. This doesn't mean that he will never encounter adversity or challenge, for such is the very nature of life. But it does mean that such adversity no longer has the ability to topple him. He no longer fears death or is clinging to a fragile sense of self that can be shattered by the slightest event. Such a hostile encounter with a stranger or an argument or even the mildest of criticisms. The master transcends outward circumstance and reality. He is at one with everything. Compliments for the essay go to Rory at the dailytaoblogspot.com. The 4 ways that people tend to approach life. 1 out of 10 show sure that they walk safely among wild animals. When in dangerous situations, they remain unharmed. The animals find no place to attack them, and the weapons are unable to harm them. Yeah, a truly Tao-centered person can never physically, emotionally, spiritually, psychologically be harmed. Even I am having a hard time grasping this, because as I often say, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And we often tend to get dragged down into the minutia or the day-to-day living. And often we allow our thoughts and our feelings to determine the the for the better of for lack of words, we're allowing those thoughts and those feelings to to have meaning. But we are not this physical body, right? We are not right. We are not flesh and blood and and uh, and organic matter. Okay, we come from nothingness. We come from no thingness or nothingness, and we're returning to no thingness. Right? Where were you before you were born? Right? As Lao-Tzu often says, we are on a return trip. Okay, back to the place which I call source. Like we're all headed back there. So there's really nothing to fear in this world, in life or in death, right? We're just doing the best we can with what we've been dealt in our lives, and some of us carry that with grace. Some of us pack it around in a big luggage suitcase. But at the end of the day, when you come into alignment with the Tao or spirit or source or God, whatever you want to call it, there's a power there that not a lot of people have. Like they say, 1 in 10, right? 1 in 10. So out of 1,000,000 or 1,000 people, okay, only 10 people in 1,000, or sorry, yeah, 10, no, 100 people in 1,000 will have this. 1 out of 10. So try to gravitate towards those people, places, and things which pull you back into alignment with the Tao, and not, do not, realize your essence, and you will witness the end without ending. Another way of saying die while you are alive, right? Figure out how to die, kill the ego attachment while you are still alive, and watch how your life improves. That's all I have for now, guys. Remember, if you would like to reach out to me, if you'd like to donate, buy me a coffee. I have coaching available. I have my podcast course. Those are all linked in the description of the video. You can connect with me at the Daily Taoist on Instagram, Twitter, and I will do my very best to connect. Remember, once again, I love each and every one of you under this Mandelbrot universe in which we live. Namaste. from Will S.